"20-year-olds today, I think, have it very, very difficult. I think it's a whole lot more complex now than it certainly was when we were 20.
The hardest thing about being my age is that it's kind of an awkward gap between being a child and being an adult. So a lot of people take you seriously, but a lot of people don't, so it's kind of like that weird phase in between. When you're a teenager and you're going through high school and that growing up phase of your life, you're trying really hard to be this person, and then when you get to 20, it's like, okay, but am I actually that person, or do I want to be someone different? And if I do want to be someone different, do I have to start from scratch? So I think identity is something that a lot of people struggle with at 20. You need to really know who you are in order to benefit yourself and to benefit people around you. And that's kind of one of the biggest goals, I guess, in my life, is just to be beneficial. If I don't know who I am, then how do I really do that? How do I spread positivity if I barely even know who I am as a person? There's a lot of people telling you who you are, and most of the time we listen because we don't know any better. And then as we get older, we realize that we can actually shape that for ourselves. It's a very special place to be because most people work towards that, and it's really hard to get there, but once you get there, it's the best feeling, honestly.
I think the hardest thing about being 20 is not having complete certainty on what you're going to do for a career or what you're going to do after uni. I don't really know what I'm going to be like in 5 years. I'm just not a very planned out type of person. I don't think there's anything holding me back in doing what I want to do, but I guess only yourself holds you back. Yeah, it's just you. I'm not thinking about when I'm 30 or 40. The best thing about 20s, not having a certain path laid out for you. It's kind of the time that you create pathways for yourself. People our age always have something to say, even though I don't think any of us really knows what we're talking about or really knows what's going on. The reason I think there's a high depression rate in New Zealand, or just in young people in general, is probably just this idea of having a pristine reality, or just a pristine culture of just being so perfect. Everyone's making mistakes. You kind of get that filtered through social media. You don't fully see how many mistakes people make nowadays.
I think the hardest thing about being 20 is sort of being in that weird in-between phase of still being considered like a young person, but also being treated like an adult. Dance is one of my biggest passions, just because the artistry of it and just being able to move and be super creative and express yourself within your movement is something that I've always loved. In this generation, I feel like there's a lot more pressure on young people to fulfill a certain expectation, which I think probably wasn't as big of a deal back when my parents were this age. Social media definitely plays a part into it, and I guess the growing kind of desire for everyone to live this like perfect life.
There's a lot of responsibilities. You know, the older you get, the more responsibilities you have. You know, I don't really like that. You know, I just want to stay young forever. I like to hang around my friends and get creative, you know? I like to film videos. Fashion is sick. Music is amazing. Yeah, just like colors and life. It's fantastic. Hell yeah, yeah, my 10-year-old self would be proud of me because I look good, you know, I look fantastic, you know, I'm doing me, and that's all I can do, be myself. Nothing's holding me back, you know, if I could go like to a different country, I can just go. COVID, that's a setback, a minor setback. But what comes with that is major comebacks. Take one step back, 2 steps forward. That's all I can say. Be true to yourself. Don't care what other people think about you. Go hard. Hit everything head first. You got to. Leave a trace of something. You know, leave a legacy. Just be an icon and inspire others. A smile is always nice. Positivity, not negativity, you know? That negative stuff can piss off, yeah.
Hardest thing about being 20 is definitely not knowing what level of success you should be trying to achieve. I like to compare myself against people, and so when I have not really any kind of strong median, it's hard to like know exactly where I should be expecting myself to be. I don't know where I'm going to be in 5 years, and I bet I'm going to be really stoked about it. I think I'd like to be remembered for being generous, because it doesn't come naturally to me, and I'm not particularly generous at the moment. I think when someone is generous, no one ever forgets it, and it always means something to different people in different ways. You should be inspired by yourself above anyone. If you're not inspired by yourself or the way you're living, then like you're doing something wrong. Putting in hard effort and work into loving themselves and accepting themselves as they are, regardless of what other people are saying or thinking, will actually just lead to like a massive fulfillment that they'll always be looking for.
I think you've got to make your own decisions, and you've got to be comfortable with them. You've got to be happy about the decisions you make. You'll never get it right first time, but you only live once, and you've got to enjoy it because you won't get it again.